Hello everyone and welcome to an episode of Aurogiri in which this is a request video. So a couple days ago I got a message from a PC player named Kumori Rain, and that's their YouTube name obviously. And they asked me to do a little they asked me what's this game like for people that return to Onigiri. Like they would like to see a guide for returning players. So in their experience, they played the game 2-3 years ago on PC. You know, they got around 108, that Edo kind of area, I want to say. And they got that far. And then they come back now. And on PC, it's even more evolved. It's way more evolved. All the stuff they have. We don't even have all that stuff yet we're incredibly close. So what this video is it's going to be, a run through of how this game has changed and evolved over the years. Like, so let's say you played this game back in our PS4's Echigo days and you didn't come back. Let's say you came back right now. Like, what would be different from then to now? How has the game improved? How has the game gotten better? And what are some new, features and elements? Because we all know this game is 100%, okay, 99% different than it was long ago. Like back in Echigo. Like mags, builds, weapons, abilities, elements, accessories, so many things are different, so many things are wild. Vanguards too, they didn't exist. Mounts, they didn't exist. Kijimuna pets, they didn't exist. So let's go over all that stuff and talk about what's new and how to adapt for this this new world. So hey guys, hey Sapphire, hey Ushiro. No idea what's going on for our anniversary, just putting that out there. I have no idea. I feel like they might save it for November, but at this point it feels like it's forgotten. Like I don't know. There should have been some mention. Yeah, we're gonna get to that eventually. So when I thought about this topic, for me, the first thing that is completely different from way back when that can really give you an edge in this game is the Pointeruma. The advent of the Pointeruma is probably one of the greatest things ever in the game. So, for those just coming back, the Pointeruma is something I actually desired long ago when I played in Echigo. I remembered, I'm like, man, I'm always just getting 99 of stuff when I run dungeons, and I wish I could just, like, sell it for something more than the Ryu it's, like, not worth. And then they came up with the Pointeruma, where, like, oh, you got 99 drops farming this dungeon? You got 100 points. That's awesome. It's a point system. It's amazing. Amazing. So the Pointeruma, for those that don't, know what he is, so, you'd click on him, you'd go point exchange. Oh, this is going to be great for me because I haven't done this in a while. And you can trade in all the crap that you have that you don't need, like friendship items. If you're maxed out on friendship items like I am, you can just throw all that stuff in here. It doesn't matter. Like recipes that you get over and over and over, all this Fallen Star and fuse recipes, abyss, grotto, all those things that we don't really need, you can just throw it in here. Like there's so much stuff that we just pick up that it has no bearing. It's worthless stuff like crest fragment, bloodied face guard, wild plant, tusk of hope even. Just all this crap that you would have on you that you don't want to save, you can throw it away. Like, and you throw it into the Pointeruma. You collect it, 362 points, easy. It's way better. It's probably the best way to manage your storage as well. You just throw it in there, bam, you have points. And I currently have 15,000 points. What can that get you? What can that get you in the game? So it can actually get you probably some of the best Ogis in the game, period. Lance is always going to be the best thing ever. Lance Ogi itself is something that players that come back have no idea what Lance is. They have no idea. Yeah, don't trade in the extra Oni no Dachi recipe, don't do that. But like now there's new voice tickets if you want to have a new voice. Sadly you can't test them out, but there are new voices you can buy and use. You can use it to buy the Kijimuna summoning card. This will summon a little Kijimuna pet that isn't that strong. He might be okay early game, but it's just this pet you get. You summon it, has a chance to be like 3 different colors, and he has like, you just level him up and it's fun. It's like a little pet Pokemon thing, Kijimuna, and he fights with you. Where can you get flickering fish? You get flickering fish from Blitz Tiamat on normal. Blitz Tiamat will give you the flickering fish. Yeah, that's where you get that. But yeah, you can get Kijimunas, Itanoman, the little paper guy. If you gonna save up a lot of points or put money in the game for points, you can get the Empress, Princess, Token, crazy stuff. I don't think it's all that important, but it's something new that adds a little flavor to the game. You can buy lucky boxes, you can buy an accessory box. I don't recommend this. It only lasts 7 days. It's not really that worth. You can buy skill cards. This is probably the best thing. 100 points, you can just get all the skill cards you want, rank 1 to 3. Great stuff. If you're going to go a little more pricey, 10,000 points, which is the equivalent of $1. 10,000 Druma points is $1. If you were going to put OC into the game, it's equivalent of $1. We'll see that after. Skill cards are amazing. You can get like rank 6s that are really rare, and you can get the new skills that were introduced. Like there were a lot of new skills as well. If you only played in Echigo, you don't know about Spear getting Revolving Blast, Stone Spire Barrier, Sword getting Icicle Massacre, Waterbound Blade, Twin gets Swift Bolt Crucifix, and Misty Massacre. So many moves. So many moves. So many moves. You can't get Flickering Fish from the Tiamat in Kyoto. That's a different Tiamat. That Tiamat is just Tiamat. He drops like the spine. I don't know, it's not spine, but he drops like the thorns. He drops thorns. Blitz Tiamat drops the fish. Like that's a misconception. Yeah. So, skill cards are pricey, but they are awesome. A great addition to the game. Great way to help a player out, It's great to just buy 1 to 3s and start extracting. Really easy. You can get friendship items if you did mess up your game. This is a huge thing, right? There's a lot of people who didn't know about friendship items back in the day, like they didn't know their importance, and they got stuck somewhere in the story. Like I've seen people level 100 who are in Kyoto because they can't get friendship items. They cannot get Yoshitsune to level 5 or whatever to advance the story. And the only solution for those players is to just invest a lot of points in the Point Druma and just buy like a crap ton of friendship pendants. I don't know how many you can buy, honestly. You can buy 10. Dear fuck. You can buy like 10 a day and suffer for your actions. And then down here we have the Ogi set 15, 16, 17, and 18. 15 is actually really bad. I've ranked this thing up to rank 6. It's bad, don't buy it. But down here 16 through 18 is a Fire Lance, Thunder Lance, and a Ice Lance. And they're all really good Ogis. Their first one costs you 40,000 points. You could farm that in a day with the Mangoku method. I'm pretty sure you could. And these Ogis are fantastic. They are better than probably 80% of all the Ogis in the game. Really good. Really good stuff. Then here you can buy skill cards. They used to have a better value, but you can buy like a skill card set 3 that will have these skills on it, a 4 that will have these skills on it, and a 5 that will have these skills on it. They used to be able to trade them for points. We can't do that anymore, but they're still pretty good options. If you like, let's say you just see, oh, I need a lunch set 5, bam, 5,000 points, you get a lunch set 5. It's whatever. First Aid, Inferno, whatever you want, it's there. Down here we have durability tickets. These are really good for boosting your weapons. Very easy to buy Dura tickets. I'd only recommend buying the 10s and the 30s though. You always get like 10k a month. I mean, you just make and break Mangokus and trade in all your stones. Honest to God, just make and break Mangokus for like a day and trade in all the stones you get. You'll hit cap. You'll hit Point Druma cap. Absolutely. That's all you gotta do. That's it. And that's it. Just make the Mangoku mag, break it down, trade them for points, you'll be rolling in them. Because you're gonna get like you use 1 stone and you're gonna get like 3 stones back every time. So you give them 1 stone, you get 3 stones back, and each stone is worth 15 points. You're getting like 45 points plus whatever items you get every time you make one. It's literally a Philosopher's Stone because it takes 1 point. Like it takes 1 and you get 3. Like mathematically, this is infinite points. It's just endurance. That's all it is, and you'll get all the points you want. Make Mangokus, break them down, trade in the excess. You're good to go. You can get a gotcha ticket from this. I don't really recommend it, but you can get one. I would just pick it up and save it, because 2 updates from now, we're going to actually be able to use them in the Neon Coropon for Vanguard. So actually, you should probably stock up on some gotcha tickets if you can. You can buy clothing with it if you never really want to roll or anything. There is clothing options. There are some artisans. They're kind of bad though, but all that kind of stuff. All that stuff's in here. It's really cool stuff. Yep. So, like I said, Point Ruma, you can either farm the stuff in game, and you don't sell anything anymore. You just give everything to the Point Room and just chuck all your shit into them. If you're like farming a lot of mags, you've got to break a bunch of stuff down, just throw it all in the Point Room. Don't discard anything anymore. Just give everything to Point Room. Like, honestly, this is why it's the first thing I'm covering for returning players, is Point Room is huge. If you don't take advantage of him, it's like, what are you doing? Take advantage. Take advantage. So, and then down here, if you want to put in like $10 or like 100 OC, 10 OC, 1 OC, you can get some Onigiri Druma points right there. So, yeah, Point Ruma, quintessential thing. Take advantage of it. It's something new. If you're a returning player, there are new things in the shopping plaza. Like, the shopping plaza is a completely different world. Like, you come in, it's like Shingen and Kenshin's like, what's that? That's not an Ogi. What is this? You know. Yeah. So, how the Neon Coropon has changed for returning players is, you know, you have Vanguards in it. So what's a Vanguard? A Vanguard is like a stronger, it's like a partner character that you swap with, and you gain all of their abilities and their weapons, and you put skills on it. You customize them to their liking. They give you a crap ton of element and abilities, and you use them for like a limited time, and they can be very, very destructive. Some are better than player, some of them are just meh, but a lot of them are truly fantastic. Like in the premium lineup, you can look at every Vanguard that's ever come out and stuff like that. You're talking about players, yeah, like, yeah, I'm talking about like the old school people that are coming back. Like, there's tons of Vanguards, and how it usually works is every month there's a rotation. And right now on PS4, they're just adding more stuff. They don't really give us a lot of returning Vanguards. They usually give us a new Vanguard and then maybe an old Vanguard or two. But, you know, like right now we have Usugi Kenshin, who's OP. Tagada Shingen is also OP. They're both really good Vanguards. It's just I'm not rolling for them. Sasuke's in there. She's pretty good. Get her to 150. And Himiko's there. So right now there's like 4 Vanguards. You can try to get them, but I'll tell you guys right now. New players, if you want to get a Vanguard, you need them like 3 to 5 scrolls to make them actually good. Like a 1 scroll is okay, but it's just okay. Like you'd want to get them with a bunch of at least, you know, 3 to 5 scrolls to make them really shine. And I'll tell you right now, like if there was 1 Vanguard in a unit by itself, it would probably cost you about $200 to get 5 scrolls of that. On average, that's generally how it is. In a unit with 4 different Vanguards, I don't even want to try, because it's bona fide gambling, and you can get something really awesome from it, but it's probably going to run you up like $600-700 to get one of them 5 scroll. Like, God bless you get it in less than that, but you know, from what I've seen, it is a huge cash cow to get them this late in the game, because it's so hard to get, like, let's say a 1% chance and then get that divided by 4. Like, it's like, that's not the real chance for a Vanguard, but like that's how it feels. Like, it's just really rare, and the chance you get the one you want is subdivided by the total that there are, and it's annoying. And it's going to be like that for a long time. But should you want to invest money in the game as a returning player, Vanguards are what you want. They will definitely help you through the game. They still have the outfits, and there are new Ogis like Ugi 4, 5, and 6. Those are pretty new. In the premium lineup, when you roll a premium ticket, you have a chance to get like every Vanguard that's come out. and some outfits, and new Ogis, like a mega version of the Gargoyle Ogis, which a lot of people don't even know what those are, Satan Ogis, Dragon Arc Ogis, that's technically an Arlethotep Ogi, the White Flash, Divine Flash, that's her move. Odin Ogi, Abyss Ogi, and Lucifer Ogi. You know, lots of really cool Ogis. Forget Vanguards, get Ifrit, and you don't need a strong weapon. I mean, a Vanguard can only clear dungeons that don't have a big boss. Like that, or not Vanguards, but mounts. Well, yeah, I said that. It's not 3 months, it's like 2 months from now. But yeah. That is a good point, though. You know, you can save your gachas, but if you're just coming back, you probably want any advantage you can get. Big thing, if you're coming back and you want to get one of these guys, these Vanguards, I recommend rolling the special one where it takes, you have to use paid OC. It only takes paid OC, and you know, it's a double win rate for the Vanguard, and it's got really cool sublime Ogis, super strong Ogis that are like weapon specific. New skill cards that have like Water Dragon 7 on them, and all the new skills are on them. Not all of them, but a lot of the new skills are on them. In their rank 7 forms. Like huge Smelting Amulet 50s, Drop Boost 300, huge things are in this unit. Like crazy, crazy stuff. 300% drop boost. So many things. Like back in the day, we couldn't even buy drop boost. Now you can go into your shopping plaza, scroll down, and you can buy a drop boost, a Ryu boost, an EXP boost. Those are available to you to help you grind and get more stuff and get past certain points. And what else has changed? Look, there's so much stuff that changed. One big thing they added, like, and some people would want to probably take advantage of it, is prayer crystals. Not prayer crystals, but I never know what they're called. Star fragments. A star fragment is something you can throw down any place in the overworld, anywhere, as long as you're not in a dungeon, and it will create a crystal for you. A good place to get red claws is Nether Inaki Woods. Just do the first floor, and that's it. Type update's huge too. That's a good point. I'm gonna get to that one soon. I'm trying to start low and go high. So next big thing for returning players is down here. Like, Onigashima is new. It's a whole new Onigashima. Doesn't really have any more advantages or anything. Just Point Daruma and Wardings. So if you weren't around for Wardings, Wardings is like what the game was like meant to be. Like, this is full like cell phone game sort of meta you see around the internet. Like Nutaku games work under this principle. Like energy. Energy right there. Like, you get 1 energy every 6 minutes. And you have a total of energy equal to your level. And level cap is 130, by the way. That is the current level cap. And to reach 130, you will need like 200 billion experience or something like that. So just keep that in your mind. You've got a long way to go. So what are wardings? So the energy, you need energy to run the warding dungeons. And this is Chifuri. Chifuri materialized, the girl from the rift. What and where do I get the circular Magatama? In my storage? Circular Magatama. Not sure. But in your wardings, you have gargoyles. Gargoyles are basically what comes after... this is what comes between the moon and... like between Tanegashima and the moon in story progression wise. These are warding bosses that take anywhere from 10, 30, and 50 energy respectively, so normal, hard, and hell. And you farm these guys to get your 115 weapons, and these weapons are what's going to carry you through life. Oh, those? Well, we'll talk about them after. Um, so there's Infernal Gargoyle, Sleet Sword Gargoyle, and Lance Gargoyle. And they're going to require a team. They're going to require lots of perseverance and element. So the Infernal Gargoyle, which gets you a weapon that has like 60 fire and 40 wind, you need rain and ice to defeat him. And Lance is a Thunder Mountain Gargoyle, and you're going to need fire and wind to beat him. And for Sleet Sword, he's an Ice Water Gargoyle who doesn't really use any water moves, to tell you the truth. Sleet Sword will be weak to Lightning and Mountain. So it creates this little triangle where Infernal beats Levin, Levin beats Sleet, and Sleet beats Infernal. Like some nice Pokemon stuff. And these are the wardings you want to focus on to get your 115 weapons. Normally the strongest weapons you can get up to this point are the veterans at 113, but those are kind of annoying, and 105s. 105 weapons can get you through this. Will I defeat the Arcs on Oni? Only if I'm really bored someday. Like, we tried it once, it was horrible. But, yeah. And one big thing is, like, people are going to be like, what's Crag Gargoyle? Crag Gargoyle is a waste of your goddamn time. I'll tell you that right now. It's a useless thing. He was put in as, like, the prologue to Gargoyles. It's just like an ass gargoyle. He's like a mini boss. You can fight him and get nothing. And he has no real purpose aside from making, like, bad Magatama. So, like, pro tip, like, don't do Crag. And Abyss is something that comes way later, like when you're in your 120s. You want to focus on Abyss, but don't worry about him now. Another thing that was added was Dragon Arcs. So Dragon Arcs is like what comes after Gargoyles. So Dragon Arcs work in the same principle as Gargoyles, where there's 3 of them. They each have a weapon, and these weapons have a damage modifier on them. Damage modifiers are completely new to the game. They are an ability that is on the Dragon Arc weapons, it's on a Lucifer weapon, it's on Lancelot weapon, it's on the Fallen Star, it's on a lot of things. And basically, it's like these weapons have this innate bonus critical modifier on them. And it's based on your element. And basically, every time you land an attack, it checks whatever percentage is on the weapon, be it 10, 20, or 30%. And it has a chance to give you an additional critical. So how that works is, like, let's say you yourself have 40 crit, and the damage modifier weapon has 20 crit on it. It has a damage modifier chance of 20. So how that works is every time you hit something, you do your base damage, and then there's the chance that it's a critical, so you do, on average, double damage. And then after that, you have the chance that the weapon itself can trigger its critical and do, like, a double critical. So, like, your base damage and then your critical multiplied by your damage modifier, and it can essentially give you triple damage. And sometimes your crit won't trigger, but your weapon will trigger, and you'll just do the bonus damage from that. And it's a great way to exceed damage cap and reach really, really high numbers if you can get all the bonuses together. At first, when your attack's kind of low when you are 115, these weapons are cool, but they're not super amazing. But as you progress through the game and maybe you get yourself some Vanguard accessories or just higher attack on higher weapons, the damage modifier becomes way more potent than we ever thought before. Like, I'll use a Zenith on, especially as you get better mags and stuff, I'll use my Zenith on Abyss and my Vernastorm will damage cap him. Like, I will do, like, that weapon is just so good even though it's weak. Like, it's statistically weak. It's just amazing. So Dragon Arcs are huge. It's the next chronological step. And they are optional. I think everything after Gargoyles are optional. Tell you the truth. Gargoyles, they're staple. You gotta get them. Dragon Arcs, after that, it's up to you. Tiamat, completely optional, unless you want other things. Archdeath Scythe is worthless. Don't do it. Origami Magma. Origami Magma is fantastic for your returning player. Origami Magma is this dungeon where you just go inside, you wait around, these enemies will just spawn. You kill them all, and they have a chance of dropping mags that are actually good. Spear mags like, you know, Tauros, Gemini, things like that. Bow has Mekon, Pineapple, Melon, maybe not melon, but pineapple at least. You know, Juan can get their Lord Enmas. So many really good skill force mags can drop from Origami Magma. You know, if you ever have like a lazy login, Leo doesn't drop there. Oh wait, no, Leo does. Leo drops there. It's not Cancer, but those don't matter anymore, and we're gonna get to that soon because that's one of the biggest things. But Origami Magma, if you ever have a lazy login, don't know what to do, hop in a body party. We gotta talk about that too because that's huge, and just do some Origami Magma. You'll get some mags. It's really good. General Shoko, ass, don't do it. Nightshade and Lethotep, this is something you do like post moon arc, I want to say, like once you have your 105s and your log does not drop there. No, this is where you get your 105s. You know, Nightshade and Lethotep is an optional boss, a version of Nyarlathotep, and she has a minute chance in rewards to give you a fuse recipe, which is something you'll need after we start talking about our mags, but she exists for that. Arms Dealer and Puppet, garbage, don't do it. Glacius Typhoon, he is a super version of Glacius that can drop the Frozen Hellhorn, which is an item needed to make really strong weapons like the Earth, the Odin weapon, and the Lancelot weapons later on. I wouldn't recommend farming him until his daily rolls over, and we gotta talk about daily soon too. Vizsla Odin, another optional boss that has a weapon to get at the end. Logos Ahriman, same thing. You fight these a version of Ahriman that has a weapon just for wands and just for axe. They're really good weapons, really, really good. Eldritch Beast is the same thing, an optional boss that has a really strong weapon, a 124 weapon in it, very, very late game stuff. He has no other purpose for that until you get to like Tempest Mags way later. And then Golden Weapon Hunt. Golden Weapon Hunt is something you can do very early on if you need like weapons and just run it, and you can get some good weapons for your level. Sometimes you don't. It's kind of an optional thing. Like it might help you. Like think of it like when you start a game and it's like, here's your day 1 DLC. Like go in, you know, you get this weapon that'll take you to like level 10 or something. Like, you know, just some comparison. But Golden Weapon Hunt can have 105 weapons, you know, lots of cool stuff that can really help you out. You know, you can run it. It's not really that important. I wouldn't run it a lot because some people get really obsessed with it and it makes no sense. Like a lot of, you know, people that are not too familiar with the game, they're like, oh, Golden Weapon Hunt's the best thing ever. It's like, no, it's not. It's like you do it, get yourself a little edge, and progress through the story. Golden Weapon Hunt loses all significance after your 105. It has no point of running it whatsoever. It's just this little Kickstarter kind of mechanic thing. So after all these wardings, you have the daily dungeons. So daily dungeons, every day you have a daily orb or a defiled orb of whatever. And these dungeons, you need a certain element to run it. Mondays, you need... I think it's ice. No, they hit you with ice. No, Mondays, you need ice. Tuesdays, you need water. Wednesdays you need thunder. Thursdays you need wind. Friday you need mountain. Saturday you need holy, and Sunday you need dark. And each one of these days can give you a different stone. Like you can get like 20 stones from running it. It does a lot of energy though, like 80 energy on hell. And they give you Aidama. Aidama is something completely new to the game. Aidama is a resource needed to make a lot of new weapons. Basically everything Dragon Arc up, with some mild exceptions, requires Aidama. And Aidama is just this just think of it like the warding stone. Like everything that has a warding can drop Aidama, and you know, you need it to make stuff. It can only be farmed in wardings, and it's really nice to get it. Also, every day there is a reward up. And the reward ups are basically versions of the wardings I just talked about that have rewards that just give you more stuff than usual. Like Friday is Logos Ahriman Day or Levin Lance Day. Monday is like a Garg and a Dragon Arc and Odin. Tuesday is a Garg and a Dragon Arc. Wednesday is a Garg and a Dragon Arc. Like I really don't know Monday through Wednesday because to me there's nothing that happens those days that I'm relevant with. Thursday's a big day. That's Glacius Typhoon reward up, Abyss reward up, Nightshade reward up. Friday, like I said, is Logos Day. And then the weekends, I think Saturday is every Dragon Arc's rewarded up. And then there's some weekend dungeons as well. and Sunday is every gargoyle rewarded up, so it gives you better drops and rewards real easy. Those are really great options to catch up. If you can get some party of people, get in there for reward up on a certain day, you'll get your stuff easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's enough about wardings for now. Like, wardings are a huge part of the game for returning players. Next things let's talk about are Magatama. So as we all know, Magatamas are our biggest focus. Without mags, you're worthless. You know, and Komori, the one who requested this, said that they have currently 4 Araya mags and they replaced their Chiami. So Chiami, that's another thing. Chiami used to be the lifeblood of the game. Chiami has been nerfed and it's only really good with multi-hit moves. Now, Chiami before used to just heal you like 10% of your critical damage, which is basically just full health. And they changed it so that it only gives you 3% of your health per crit, which means you'd have to crit 33 times to go to full health, which is kind of ridiculous. And it's only really possible with multi-hit moves like Water Dragon, Whirlwind Thrust, you know, Aqua Needle, Stone Spire Barrier, lots of moves like that. Lots of spear-oriented things, bow moves, multi-hit moves that Twin has, you know, all this kind of stuff. Sunlight Strike. So Chiami's kind of fallen off its rocker. It's really, really situational. Generally, you only really can use it if you have like a Vanguard or multi-hit moves or something like that. But essentially, the point is, Chiami doesn't work anymore. So generally, people are going to wear a mag setup that will consist of 3 to 4 skill force mags, or 3 main skill force mags and something else. Generally an element mag, or just, you know, something else, affinity, whatever it may be. And in the advent of everything being added and all that stuff, the new meta for the game is the 105 meta. This is the, you know, I'm going to say it's the infantile form of the meta. It is the base form. It is quintessentially important, but it is also at its smallest form. There's much room to grow, but you need your 105 set to truly progress. So there's a 105 for every weapon class. So like sword, odachi, axe, twin, bow, staff, wand, and spear. Everything has a 105. And they just called the 105s because you must be level 105 to use them. So this is a 105 right here, the Thunderquake Magatama. They're called 105s because the minimum level is 105. So your target level you want to reach coming back is 105. You want to be around there. At 105, these mags are going to replace your other mags. So you're going to want to wear like generally 3 105s. Knowledge will change. That's why we're going to make this video now. But knowledge will be a meta change. It will. And people will have no Dura. But, yeah, 105s and Gargs is where it all starts. You could say mid-game, but I say it's really the beginning of the post-game, of the real game. Starts at 105s and Gargs. Like, it's the warding era, basically. So 105s, you get these recipes, you get the 105 Magatama recipes from Oshu, so you have to get past Edo to get them. Like, that's the chronological time for them, is after Edo, but in Oshu. They drop in all the dungeons. Their drop rates for these recipes has been increased. Like, let's say you played in the original Oshu update. These things were a pain in the ass to get. Like, you could spend a week in a dungeon not get it. Like, they were like the fused of the day. But nowadays they drop like candy. You get them everywhere. Just do some research on the wiki. Look up yours. And basically what they offer you is a bunch of defense. They cost 45 chakra each. Generally you can wear 3 of them and something else. And it's like 60 skill force for your class. And then if your health drops under half, you get another 40. So it's 100 skill force under half. It gives you critical force and some element. So they're really awesome. So we wear 3 of them. You're going to be sitting at 180 skill force all the time. If you go under half, you're going to have, you know, 300 skill force, which is awesome. Awesome. That's a great standpoint to be 300 skill force. So then once you get your 105, and generally if you can manage to farm your 105 mags and get a 105 weapon, you can do everything. You can beat the Gargs, I want to believe. Like, unless you have a cross or something, you can do it. And the easiest approach to the Gargs, in my opinion, is unless your class is like negative lightning or something, build your Satan weapons. Satan weapons are so much easier now. Like, you can make a cross in a day very effortlessly compared to the old days. Like, if you farm Satan back in the old days, if you farm Satan now, he will drop you your cross recipe, your star recipe, a weapon every run, fallen angel wings, you name it. You can farm everything in a day. That is huge for new returning players. Huge, 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 huge. So that's what you want to do. You want to farm your 3105. Like, this is going to be your main thing coming back to the game, is farming 105s, and you want to do this in War Bazooka. You want to get, you know, the log. This is where you get your log mags, your magic, your Ronin, your fake staff, your bloody festival, your hunter, you know, pressure point, heroic. All these mags that you need to make your 105s all drop in War Bazooka. Like, learn to love War Bazooka 4-man hard or 5-man hard. That's going to be where you're going to spend your life when you're trying to get back into the meta, is Wari Bazooka in Nakasendo. Like, the recipe for a spear mag is a Sagittarius. It comes from bargains. A log comes from Wari Bazooka, and a cockatoo, which comes from Tanegashima. Very, very, very easy stuff. And then you need some gems. Gems are pretty important. You can find them in any Oshu dungeon from a boss. Some have a better chance of dropping some gems over others, but generally speaking, if you can farm Mine of Delusions, you can get Myrtles and Scarlets. And generally, if you have trouble with it, you can ask a lot of players, because it's like, oh, do you want to help me farm gems? They'll be like, I don't think many players are going to be like, oh man, I don't need gems. Like, people will be like, oh, you want to farm gems? Let's go. Like, I need gems. Let's go. Like, it'll happen. So those are, you know, our max. And these recipes used to be a lot harder. And the reason they're a lot easier now, because they don't look that bad, the reason they're a lot easier now is because we've received a thing called the recipe reduction. So recipe reduction has made it so that recipes are, like, old recipes are piss easy, and it's to help new players coming in who don't want to go through a super intense grind to get up to snuff. Like the Sparrow Mag, for example, used to require 45 tart peaches and like a couple soft bills. Now it is 3 tart peaches and 1 soft bill. That is like, so it's such a small percentage of what it used to be. Like, it is like 1/15 of what the recipe used to call for. So, you know, that's awesome. Like things like Sparrow, Black Kite, a lot easier. And this translates to weapons as well too. Like even the gargoyle weapons are really easy to make. They take a lot less materials. Like the Geno Buster used to take a shitload of stuff. Now you get like a Dane's Elf to 10 and you have a Geno Buster. And you get the Geno Buster to 10 and you can make the Brigandia. Like it's very, very easy. Like it's much, much, much simplified. Like let me show you. Like recipes before, if you were stuck on something, they're a lot easier now. The only thing that's not easier is the Oni no Dachi. And you know that's because it's tied to the story. But the Oni no Dachi remains the same. It's still not bad, but like a lot of things are just a lot easier. Like if you look at your, like a dragon spear, this used to be like the big thing. It takes like a pale colored thorn, a pale 3 scales, and like a with silver spear to 10. It's not really that important, but you know, just comparatively, it's a hell of a lot easier. It doesn't even take the Fruit of Transience anymore. You know, Kubika Sumada, this is your Kubisa Sumada. This is your juncture weapon. It takes a Ningen Mokotsu to 10. A large skull, 10 bones, and 5 Shinobon horn. This used to be 15. These used to take so much more stuff. Now it's like easy. You get this thing to 10. Done. Geno Buster. Get a Dane's Elf to 10. Get 1 boulder. 1 Shurnununu. 1 5 Protonin. So like basically do Sato 5 times. Hopefully get a boulder. You can make this. Melting meat, easy. Brigandia, get Geno Buster to 20, so make 2 Geno Busters, get some stones, 1 Bible, and some drops. You're good to go. Yeah, you guys don't have the recipe reduction yet, Rex. Not yet, but it'll come. Yeah, Sparrow is one of the hugest mags. That's why I talked about it. Sparrow is really good late game. One of the best mags in the game. Like an Omen of Doom star, get an Omen of Doom to 20. A cross, get a star to 20. You have a cross. Congratulations. Like, it doesn't take 48 anymore. It doesn't take anything remotely close to 48 weapons. Like, it used to take 48. Now it's, you have 2 of your weapon, you have a star. Now you have, like, you make 2 stars. So you need 4 of your weapon to make 2 stars. And you have a cross. Easy. Great. You don't even need Fallen Angel wings. You don't even need that stuff anymore. Cross takes you like an hour. Like, realistically, if you can beat Satan, it'll take you like 2 hours. You have a cross. Great. Severance. Like, everything's just easy, easy, easy. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, you can artisan it too. If you, yeah, artisan the cross. What do you, I mean, you don't have to. But, yeah, go for it. Like, so much stuff is easier. Recipe reduction is huge, 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 huge. Do you look forward to this on EU? So many players quit when they have to... Really? Wow. People are quitting on EU. You guys are like on the moon. Like, man, what... I'm going to ask you real quick. What is EU like? Because you guys are getting updates from day 1. Like, you guys didn't have time to, like, refresh yourself. Like, to familiarize yourself with the game and get used to it. What's it like to have that kind of acceleration? Where you just start and it's just update, update, update. Like, what is that like? You guys started, like, 3 updates in. Like, you didn't even start in the baseline. Like, I'm just wondering. Like, what's that like? Who it is? Asuka Yuki. 125. Azuna Yuki. 125? Damn. I didn't know he had more 125s. Let me think here. So next big thing that came to the game, and these are, you know, it's very hard to get them now, but one thing they added to the game are permanent accessories for Vanguards. The updates are great, not a strong population like North America. Only a few players are at the cap of 120. You guys have 120s? That's awesome. That's awesome. What is it? Doesn't Dark Haroui play there? Because I know they're from Europe. Dark Haroui should be on there, right? I know they know what they're doing. But one big thing that's really huge for returning players is Vanguard accessories. If you manage, like, for a lot of Vanguards, I don't even roll them to use them at my point because I have enough to cover my ass. But Opium, cool. But Vanguard accessories are permanent accessories that give you boosts that are awesome. Like, the Nobunaga is probably the best Vanguard accessory ever. Unless you're sword, then it's Musashi or Kirin or something. And the Nobunaga gives me 20% attack all the time, flight element, critical, movement speed, cooldown, and affinity. Like, it is awesome. Is awesome. Xbox Europe is still waiting for... There's an Xbox Europe? I didn't know that. Yeah, 30 flight, yeah. But, yeah, Vanguard accessories. If you're new to the game, if you manage to get a Vanguard accessory, they are awesome because all the old accessories that just came with outfits, they expire. Like, I got this the other day, like, I guess a month ago, and it's expired. I got this, I don't know what I got it with. It's going to expire. But the Vanguard accessories don't expire. Like the Musashi, 15% attack. Huge. Crit. Huge. Shoot, or Ibaraki Daji. Huge. Huge. Ibis. Kind of huge, but still, like, they're all really good. They're all really good. Some are better than others, obviously. Oda being the best, like empirically, just across the board. Awesome stuff. Like as a returning player, like if I started tomorrow, like let's say I started right now, and I was like 110 right out of the bat, like oh my god, I came back to this game a year later, and exactly Rex, attaboy. If I was like 110 coming back, and it's just like oh, it's like what's going on? You know, like I said, point room is huge. Get your lances. Wardings are huge. You know, manage your energy accordingly. We have a login calendar now. We get 8 OC a day on PS4. You get 8 OC a day, and every day at 4 o'clock or whatever your login time is. I think there's actually a thing for login calendar. Yeah, every day at 12 a.m. PDT. I think that's like Pacific Daylight Time. I don't know numbers. And you get free stuff. Like, and it's a punch-in thing. You don't have to sign in every day. It's just every consecutive day. So every consecutive day you get like the first day is Soul Egg. Then it's some repair fairies. Then it's potions. Then it's a button and 10 prayer crystals. And then their cycle repeats. And then it's going to be... And there's energy restorative every day. And 8 OC. And you're going to get a durability ticket, a gacha ticket, a Magatama band-aid, an artisan sword. So much stuff. So much stuff. So much stuff. It's really awesome. Really great addition to the game. So right now on PS4, that means every 25 days, so let's go with the 25-day calendar. 25 times 8, you're getting about 200 OC a month. And if it's 10 on JP, then it's 10 on JP. They're getting 250 OC a month. It's really great. It's really awesome. Like, you get so much good stuff with it. It's fantastic. It used to be 2 a day, and now it's 8 a day. That's like a 400% increase. It's really awesome. There's events like Kintoki to farm her and get really awesome Magatama, the Fusion Bear. Like, that thing is just as good as, like... A thing is just as good as a Fuse. Really awesome, if not better. Like Fusion Bear. Farm Kintoki. She's awesome. She's 10 energy. You don't have to, you can do this at level 1. You could level up in this dungeon. And you'll get some good stuff. Like, and then there's Ibis as well. And Ibis has Black Blood Mag and a Sword Mag. Or not a Sword Mag, but a sword that you can farm up. It's as strong as a Nadir. It's a really good weapon. The chain. You know. She's soon to be outclassed by Knowledge Mags, but it's still a good option out there to have. Let me think. What else is new? There are new Ogis, new skills. Oh, you made the Fusion Bear? Nice. I'm almost there. I've been doing it a bit more. So weapon reduction, weapon recipe reduction, Magatama reduction, wardings, vanguards. There's mounts too if you're lucky to get one. I didn't talk about that. Like the vanguards, like I talked about them earlier, you know, you just summon them and they're just partners that fight with you, and after you kill enough enemies you fill up and you transform into them. There's mounts too, like Ifrit, Fujin, and Raijin. But they're all dependent on when they come out. But you can just get on them, ride around. They kill everything. Soon enough, there's going to be a support partner. So many things. You know, one thing that's huge, if you started this game like at the beginning, you wouldn't know about extraction tickets. There were no extraction tickets at the beginning of the game. To Yuryu? Yeah, Fusion Bear is better than 105, absolutely. It really depends if you're using that element. But Ogi Extraction, this lets you take, this ticket lets you peel an Ogi off of a weapon that you put it on, and you can get a free, not free, but you get your Ogi back so you can put it on a better weapon later. Really, really good. Like, we didn't have these back in the day, so we were very sparing with our Ogis. We were very, not sparing, but we were very conservative with them. But now with an Ogi Extraction ticket, you can just peel off any Ogi you put on something, and, you know, put it on something better as you evolve through the game, which is awesome. Very, very awesome. One new thing they've added is resonance. Resonance is a huge thing. So how resonance works is, for every character you have that is level 100, you will receive a resonance bonus. So if you have one character at level 100, I don't think you have any resonance. But if you have two characters at level 100, you'll get like 2% def, or even level 50. For every character you have at level 50, every multiple character, 2 and up, you get like 2% defense and, or 200 defense and 2% money gain. And then at 100, you're going to get another 2% and another 200 defense. And let's say you have two characters at level 100, you get the access to buy Shenlong Nigiri, which is a food that gives you like 10,000, you get, it's free, it's 10,000 HP and 500 SP. If you have 3 characters at level 100, you get like, you can carry more food in a dungeon, like 15. If you get 4 characters at 100, you get resurrection potions, which can act as a mega potion to heal everyone while you're moving, and they can revive fallen teammates, which is really awesome because it's a, you know, a pseudo resurrection, which is like really, really awesome. 5 characters, it's just more defense, more dungeon carry, and then just more dungeon carry. Way, way, way good stuff. I guess I have to log in now. I'm like, why am I here? Let me log back in. And you can have 6 characters. That's another thing. I remember when we first started, we could only have 3 characters. Now you can have 6. That's a thing. That's actually funny. Trying to think, like, is there really anything else that's really new? Because there's a lot of stuff that's new that I don't think about because I've been here. Like, I've been here too long to like know what's new and what's not new. But I was there back in the day. Oni mode is something new. Oni mode is something completely new. It's a post-game activity, which is like this throwback to old dungeons where you fight them with finite stats and limited durability and things like that. And it's up here. You have to have cleared the dungeon on all 3 difficulties to do it. And you get to, like, these crystals here will take you to a new Oni mode. It's a new difficulty, and upon clearing it, you will get you'll get some Oni medals. Yeah, Oni medals. And you can use Oni medals in exchange for lots of things like 105 mags, fused mags, Tempest recipes, so many things. You can use them to get skill cards, boosts, lots of fun stuff. Really, really, really huge mechanic. You can get artisans with it. You can get so much stuff with it. Like, I do Oni mode generally every night, and I'm sitting at close to 1,500 medals right now. And the only ones you really care about are the first class, because you need so much more of them. Everything else will just follow along, but Oni medals are a huge, huge part of the late game that really help people play. So, real quick, I've been talking about this stuff for about an hour now, and I just want to hear from our audience, because we have a lot of people here, 13 viewers. What would you guys say are some really good additions to the game? that weren't there, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago. Like things that just have changed about the games, things that make the game worse, make the game better. You know, what do you guys say about that? Like, I'd like to hear some of our viewer input. Yeah, Zenith medals, yeah, the Oni medals, they are huge. One thing I do want to add is now, like, if you carry a dungeon, you no longer get EXP or rewards if you are not on the same floor of where that monster is killed or the dungeon is cleared. So for carrying, you do need to follow along. You have to think, alright, I'll give you some time. Don't worry about that. Y'all got time. You know, just chime in when you can. I'll give you guys like 5 minutes, you know, make this a clean hour video. I want to put this food on my bar here real quick. Might as well cover knowledge because it'll only be there for a limited time. So best advise people to do it when they can. Yeah. Like next month on PS4 anyway, knowledge mags are coming. It's a Yog-Sothoth event. It's this thing where you go in with a Phoenix Vanguard, you go kill some stuff, and you fight the guy, and he gives you drops, and you can exchange all the rewards for in her reward shop, and you will get you can get these knowledge Magatama, which are incredibly powerful mags. They all give you 100 skill force, and then 150 skill force if you were like 130, and a crap ton of dark, and a bunch of stuff. Yeah, there will be a redux eventually, but I mean, we're just getting them for the first time, so that's gonna be huge. But Vanguards, yep, Vanguards are probably the hugest thing. And Lancelot is great. Lancelot is one of the most OP Vanguards. I'll actually throw that out. My quick list to what Vanguards are really OP and essential if you want to be really successful in the game. Sodomine is not as long. That is right. They nerfed a lot of dungeons in length. Sato is shorter. I want to say Central Koshi is shorter. I want to say Sato's hella short. They took out like 2 floors of Sato. Sato's easy as balls now. And I don't remember what else they took out floors of. I really don't. I'm trying to put on this Hoko. There we go. New mobs, bosses, areas, certain updates. Yeah, it is fun. Item exchange, yep. But my quick list of Vanguards that are just really, really good. These are the ones you want to look out for. If you're just starting up and you want to have like a little checklist for like when this Vanguard's on sale, Miyamoto Musashi is great. Oda Nobunaga is amazing. Lancelot is amazing. Those, in my opinion, are the top 3 Vanguards ever released on PS4. Phoenix is also really good, and she's OP, and she's great. She's up there for sure. But when she first comes out, I'm not rolling for her because she's going to be in a unit with like 5 other guys. Like, it's going to be horrible. I've seen people trying to roll for her. It is abysmal. It is thousands of dollars of disappointment. I would not do it. Like, but later on, there's going to be a time when Ho-Oh is going to be in the Vanguard unit by herself. This happened on PC. There was a time where it was just Ho-Oh in the unit, and if you ever see just a Vanguard unit with 1 Vanguard in it, that's really good. Someone like Oda, Lancelot, Miyamoto, Dark Miyamoto, Phoenix, hell, Kieran's really good. Like, anyone who's just really good and they're by themselves in a unit, get it. It's like the best time ever because you can pretty much guarantee a 5 scroll in like 200, 250 bucks. Really easy. Oh yeah, Halloween Lancelot's amazing. Super awesome. Like those vanguards, I'd keep my eyes peeled. My eyes peeled. I'd keep my eyes peeled for them. Like, people are like, Oro, would you roll for Ode? Or are you gonna roll for Phoenix? I'm like, no, her unit's gonna blow. And the same thing goes for, you know, Ifrit or a Mount or something like that. But you know, they're like, are you gonna roll for Ho-Oh? I'm like, no, I don't want to. Like, the unit's gonna suck. And they're like, would you roll? I'm like, I'll tell you right. I would roll for Ho-Oh if she was in a unit that was Phoenix, Oda, and Lancelot. I would roll the fuck out of that unit. I would roll it every day. I would take out alone. I would roll it. Like, that's what I would do. You got her on the first roll? Wow. That's really cool. That's awesome, Frank. That is awesome. So, yeah. That said, I think I am running out of time for this video. It is an hour long. You know, I appreciate all the guys watching and listening. 12 viewers. That's great. Hopefully, our requester, Komori Rain, watches this, you know, tries to get a head start on things. I know they said they didn't have a lot of money, you know, to spend on the game, but, you know, with Pointeruma and all of these other things put in place in the game, it should, you know, they should be able to get pretty good at it. You know, take advantage. Pointeruma, like, that's why I talked about Pointeruma first. Take advantage of Pointeruma. If you're sleeping on Pointeruma, you're sleeping on so much potential stuff. I sleep on it every day. Like, lately, if I really invested all my time into Pointeruma, I could have, like, double lances on, like, so many things, and I'd have so much prep, and I'd have so many skill cards, so much stuff. But I'm just not that on top of it, because the stuff I farm is not very mod-based. That is a good point. Yeah, if you need a lot of friendship items, the islands are a great place to go. Tons of enemy, tons. The only thing that drops there are friendships. It's awesome. Sure, man. Do it. Post it up. But like I said, I am going to get out of here, so if this guide helped you out in any way, you know, leave a like, you know, leave a comment. If you guys have any more, you know, tips for returning players, like new things to look forward to, things to try, you know, post that in the comments. I probably missed a bunch of stuff. You know, if you see something that's missing, you know, put it in. Even if you're watching this video like 10 minutes in. And I know I'm saying this now and it's retroactive and it doesn't make sense, but I'm saying, like, even if you're ever, and this goes like for any future video, if I'm ever making a guide or something and it's 10 minutes in and, you know, you're thinking of something I haven't said that's really important, post it as a comment. Because a lot of the times when I'm making these videos, if I'm listening to one of my videos, I'd rather, you know, listen to the video and read comments at the same time. Because that's probably the best way to, like, watch one of my videos if I'm just talking and not really showing anything on screen. Question, is Visual Odin better reward way? Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Do I have Soul Edge on my Supreme? No, I don't. I used to have Soul Edge, and I don't use. I had Soul Edge on my Reverence 3, because Supreme has negative rain, so I don't like that. But I don't use Soul Edge anymore. I really don't. I don't use it. But yeah, I gotta get out of here, so. But yeah, Earth, you can identify the Earth. It is the best way because you get a good chance at getting the gold weapons to drop from Odin on Reward Up Day. I have identified the Earth Axe. I did. I've seen some people identify the Earth Staff and so much stuff. But yeah, I'm going to get on out of here. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a comment, leave a like. You know, leave a dislike if you don't like it. Negative Rain Blast, damn right. Rain at Rex, atta boy. High five. Down low. That's right. I gotta go. That's so lame.